Hello, this is Arun from SEO World Forum. So today I just want to touch on the topic of how the internet has changed in the sense that how around when I used to use it in 2004 or 5 and now it is 2022 right now. A lot has changed over that time in the sense that a lot of it has changed and a lot of has not changed. Now before around that time, around 2004, this was around the time the Facebook started. The internet was, we did not have any responsive, what you see, those smooth sites there. We had normal sites. Did not used to use our phones or there. I don't think there were any tablets at the time to go to the internet. We were doing it on a desktop computer, and we might be spending a lot of time at the time. So the screen size does not matter because it was a desktop and everything usually did fit on that screen. So there were no those kind of complications were not the issue. So people were trying to make their websites as pretty, as beautiful as possible. They used to put in the widgets and uh, good backgrounds and maybe something that moved and those kind of things. And some people appreciated also those kind of things. But now, around the time around 12 on 2012, 13, 14, what has happened now is the responsive websites that we now have. There's nothing wrong with the responsive. It's the need of the hour that if you're looking at websites on your phone or tablet, you want it to fit the screen, but that's about it. A lot of people put too much emphasis on it. They want everything to be fitting the screen and beautiful at the same time, and everything with the responsive in mind and cater to that. You cannot push too much text anywhere, and people are hesitating to put any widgets or add-ons, and they're just searching for themes. And the thing is, end of the day, a person is a person, and it's not about how pretty your websites are. It's about what is on the website, what are you selling, what is the message, and their thing is, if you are a hungry person, if you want to order something that is there, and your website is the only option to order it, as long as it is okay to do, it is working, you might use it to do it to get rid of your hunger and get get it over with your life. And that is the thing about websites. It's just trying to accomplish something when you go to that website, and you really do not care about how pretty that website is if it is fulfilling your need. Now there are some kind of website nerds out there who will be going and no, this is not this is not pretty, this is not this UX is not good, this UI is not good, this color is not good, and all those kind of things. And as long as these are service based or something that the public uses it might be important to make sure that at least the functionality is good. But at the end of the day, you don't need those fancy and expensive designs or designers to craft a website. You have to look at what the function is. So there's a saying called function over form. It is maybe, I don't know, in engineering or design where it is used. I'm not sure where it came from as the origin, but important thing is you make sure that the function of whatever your website or software or app, whatever you're developing, that gets fulfilled first, and not just the pretty looking aspect of it. And a lot of people spend a lot of time, they put more value on it than it is necessary. But at the end of the day, what will bring in the sales, uh, maybe if you're running an e-commerce, if you're selling something, it'll be your marketing, your core message, and what you've done before designing the website, all those things, what are the research that you've done and what you're selling, and maybe the copy of what you're selling. That those are the things that are going to sell your product. It's not just about how fancy it is and getting the approval of all the designers. That can come later. I'm not saying those are not important, but those can come later. The important priority should be on focusing on those aspects that make the sales, and don't give all those fancy looking sites more importance than there should be, because there was an internet before that also, and I think they did just fine. And there is still a large percentage of the population who still use desktop computers. They're not always on the webs on their mobile phones, and a lot of people that use desktops are also better buyers. They are in a position to buy, and not that mobile users don't buy, but there's a higher percentage of people who buy on the while they're on the desktop, they're on the then they're on the mobile. So that's something that you should consider. Do not give it so much thought about which color should be used, or whether this age axis scrolling perfectly or not, or maybe you should get that new fancy carousel of images into your theme. And that's about it. Don't give it more value than it is. Focus on the other aspects. These are all don't go about shiny objects, maybe like they call it, that they call like they like to call it. So that's all for now. Don't go for shiny objects. The main thing will remain the same: form over function. First, figure out that. You can make all those websites pretty anyway. Okay, thank you for listening to SEO Wolf.